I'm here with Jaxon Canada.
Hello.
Superstar ELT student. And Jaxon, tell everybody why you explored audio made by AI.
We had an assignment to produce AI generations, and I got assigned voices. In my searches, I found a program called SUNO.AI, SUNO.AI, and it is probably the best AI generator I have found at all.
So I'm in class yesterday and I'm running to my office for something, and you and Zach were like, "Hey man, come here, you got to check this out." And of course I'm really busy, but I like, how about I come see you over a break?
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a break in about an hour. So they're like, okay. So an hour goes by, we take a break, and I walk over there, and honestly, Jaxon, I'm expecting that I'm going to hear something like Iva.
I don't know what that is.
I'm going to bring it up. I'll show you. The AI music generation assistant. This is not bad, by the way, and I think it's a good thing to introduce because you'll see what the limitations are to it. So, I may not demo this at all. If you want to see a demo of this, you can just look at my BitShifter YouTube channel, and you can see a video that I did on the AI generated, song that I made.
Oh, is that the song that you made?
It is, and I was exploring various things, and Iva did not give me the voices. Iva just gave me, really what it gives you is a MIDI instrument, which can be very powerful, but it's not that powerful here. It's not as powerful as it would be in a program like Cakewalk. But it generates it, right? It generates the different notes and things, and it was pretty good. The other thing that I used was Synth V. I'll bring it up. And that is this Japanese product here. I think it's Japanese, pretty sure. And this is the one, yeah, it says it's let's go to English. So this product here is the one that I had created the vocal lines. And so in the video, I explained about how this works and how I didn't know how to use it very well. And it made me laugh really hard, right? It was funny. Have you seen that clip?
Yeah, you showed us in class.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, I didn't go too deep into it, but I'm telling you, you will snort. You'll laugh so hard if you hear this thing. In its context, in its full context. But this can be super powerful. And the reason why this is powerful is it takes effort, but you can control the intonation and the voice. And I'm not going to demo that because that would be embarrassing, and I'm a terrible singer. But whenever you want somebody to emphasize a syllable or bring it up a notch to the next note, just kind of, you're high here, but let's go up to a C5 instead of a C4. Instead of going down, go up. If you have them do that, well, you have total control. That's why this was so fascinating to me, because the voice is really good. I mean, really good.
Would an example of that be like TTL floats high? Something like that?
Yeah. Instead of TTL flows high, where you're coming down, you went up, I went down, and you can control that here. Not only can you control what they sing, what words they say, but how they phrase it and where they put emphasis and all that kind of stuff. So you have total control. And it does sound fairly realistic, but then, of course, if you're not good at controlling it, then it won't sound so realistic. I think Zach said that it sounded like they were really trying so hard, a little too hard, and I agree. And I worked on it a little bit more, and I may release that AI song that, can I say I created? I don't think so. I mean, even though I have more creativity in that. So here's what I'm saying.
I think you can say you created it.
I think so. I just had help. So let's talk about this because this is going to be important. I'm going to type in Cakewalk. I'm not going to run the program or anything. I may even have it on here already. Let's see. Do I have it? I actually do. So running Cakewalk here, this program, of which it's going to ask me to, I don't know my password. Let's see if I can just look at it. Okay, let's just play with this for a second. So I'm going to do a full on, I don't need to save anything, so we're good. Let's say I was going to do a full on multi-track recording. Even if I don't play a single instrument, if I don't play, let's say this first track up here is the drums, up here, and this next track is the bass line, and this track here is the keyboard line. And this track could be the vocal line that I get out of Synth V. So I guess what I'm saying is with each one of those, I could go in and traditionally set up microphones and record, a drummer. And I can record with a microphone, a bass player. I can do these all separately. Everybody's playing with a click track, a guitar player, and then my vocalist. Everybody's been recorded with a microphone. So that's traditionally analog to digital. If we used to do reel to reels, we'd go directly to pure analog magnetic tape. But in this case, we can do it digitally over 4 tracks. Now, let's go ahead and get away from the idea of recording somebody playing a piano or something. If I want to add a new track here and I want to have a piano, I can create one by selecting a piano. And I can just use this one. I think I have to drag it over into something. And I don't know because I have a MIDI keyboard on mine. But anyway, you can tap a note here and you can play a note. And it sounds really plain. Hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just real plain. And I think the keyboard isn't set up to agitate these. But so, okay, let's face it. It doesn't sound very good, but that's okay. I can make these sound phenomenal though with Cakewalk. I can add free plugins, and I can make this sound like the coolest soundtracky kind of sounds just by hitting a couple of keys. So you have a full synthesizer all built in here, emulated, if you will, because it's not real hardware. It's all just using the computer. So in a sense, somebody could say, and I'm going to be, just kind of setting the stage up here. Somebody could say, well, you're not really an artist, because an artist would have a piano or a synthesizer that costs $1,000 or $5,000 or whatever in front of you, and you would play it. Your hands then would be those magical things that control this instrument. But if I'm using a mouse or I'm using a touchpad or I'm using my hands, so that's one level of separation, I think, away from traditional recording, because I don't even have the instrument, but yet I do virtually. That's what the VST plugin would do. So I could have this one set up to play the piano. But I can also, in Cakewalk, have it play the piano in sort of a different way. And so in this track right here, I don't know if I can launch it because, again, I'm not used to doing this on a laptop. But I can go to, I can't do it here for some reason. Again, I do it at home. This thing is called a step sequencer. And when you run the step sequencer, probably because I don't have a MIDI track set up properly, but a step sequencer will actually sequence notes. And you can do this randomly. There's a tool, it's free, and it'll do random note generation. And you just tell it which keys that you want it to play in and which scale. And it will play music. And again, no AI yet, right? But it will generate this randomly. And it's kind of cool for techno music, right? So these little arpeggio type of random notes that are being thrown across the screen, you can then change it from this electric piano sound that's pretty terrible to something else. Orchestra hits, voices, and these are just samples again. There's not anything that's just crazy like we're getting ready to show everybody. Mm. But then with the electric guitar, that one's really hard to just use a computer or even a synthesizer or any kind of keyboard system. In my church, the person that leads music is outstanding. He's been a professional musician for years. He's been in our church for years. He's just incredible. He will try to do electric guitar on the keyboard. It just ain't happening. Not for me, a guitar player. So there's nothing that beats just jacking in a guitar. But what kind of guitar do I play with now? An electric guitar that has a MIDI pickup that goes through a VG99 Roland device, which can make it sound like chimes, wind chimes. I can make it sound like a keyboard, like an old organ. So I can make it do all kinds of things. So I'm bending that traditional recording again, but yet I am truly the musician, right? I am playing the notes. Unlike this, because over here in track 1 where I've got the electric piano, I can go and edit the notes. I can change it. If I was off a 32nd of a beat there, off, I can just slide it over. So that's pretty cool. That's actually amazing. Does that make you not an artist anymore? Some people would say then if you can't play it live, then you're definitely not an artist if you need a computer in order to do that. And again, I think those lines have been blurred significantly. So let's bend it a little bit more. Let's go to that track, that piece that I did. And I think it's probably fair enough for me to bring it up for just a second.
Yeah.
even though it's referenced here. It's called, let's see, it's Bit Shifter AI Music, I think.
Is this your own account, like the one you're signed into right now?
Yeah. So
Okay.
so there
Let's
it is.
give
So
Aries some
in
volume
this
here.
one here, and I'm going to mute this because you don't want to overhear us talking this and me talk again. So this right here has the phrasing in synth V, and so that's going to be my vocalist, right? That becomes my vocal track whenever I get into Audition later. My music that I actually play along with, or I put the lyrics to. I thought I had it. Oh yeah, okay. So this is Iva, and so this is some of the music. I'll unmute this. For just a
Okay,
minute.
there's something going on. It's
No, I'm
the
just
extra-
talking. But anyway, I've got throughout this, you can see these are just MIDI notes. So I didn't play these. Iva came up with them and gave me, based upon all the rules that's been trained with the music, it gave me some sort of patterns to play. It played. I shouldn't say I played them. But I can, as a producer now, so that's really the key I'm getting to, is that as a producer, you can change the notes. I'm probably going to go in here and maybe edit some of these notes right now. I can change the type of sounds or even effects. So I'm actually a production person now. I'm not really the musician, I don't think. I'm more like the producer that mixes down an album. Or maybe decides here, I'm going to decide on doing, I copied some notes over.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep them going. You're not playing that live. You're composing. Still, I think, what do you think? I mean, I'm composing, but I'm not playing this as an instrument, right? What do you think? Or am I?
Well, it's a hard question to answer because people online have been doing this for years with okay, you know my ringtone,
Yeah, I've heard it.
the like really techno one?
Yeah.
That was made using like the samples that come with the program.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole song is someone took the samples and put it together. But that was years ago. Like
So
way before the AI.
no AI at all, but they triggered those samples in such a pattern, right?
Right.
But they didn't make the samples. Probably they could have, but they instead probably already had them, and they just kind of played some pads, tapped some pads, and triggered them.
You ever heard of Hatsune Miku?
No. How many people would answer yes to that? Some, I'm sure.
Millions.
Oh gosh. Okay.
She's I call it a she. It's an AI. Well,
Okay, I have then. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about. I just can't spell it. Can you?
HAU, I think. No, it's HAT.
I can't spell HAT. Hate me, Juice World.
S. It's yeah. You got
Is
it.
it this one?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Rabbit Hole? Is that a good one?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
She does like
Is
like
it-
concerts and stuff.
Yes. So we want to see live, right? We
Yeah.
want to see if there's such a thing, and there will be a live concert. Oh yeah. I remember this 10 years ago. Of course, I probably watched this. Holy cow! Look, it's the same crowd that was in that other concert. Okay, there she is. Feels weird saying that, right?
It's one step below the Colossus.
Look at this, man. These people are all in. They're all in for this holographic character.
Well, by this point, she had already been like a major thing, even like in animation too. So this is, I think, I don't know.
So this
Don't
is
quote
a
me on
motion
anything.
capped human dancing, right? And it looks like they have some real artists. I mean, you know, a lot of these animation moves are mocap, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They have real artists here. That at least they have some real people.
Well, Miku is, I don't know if she was part of it or if she was like the driving force behind it, but there's an animation program called MMD, stands for Miku Dance,
Okay.
and it can actually do some pretty good like movements.
Is this woman's woman? Oh my gosh! Is this artificially generated? Is this AI? I don't even know if it's AI. It says an orchestrated animated character. So is this person's voice? This character's voice? Is it a human or is it actually?
It
generated?
is samples of a human that
Okay.
they have like chopped up and made into songs.
Okay.
That's what I've heard. I don't know
All
if
right.
that's
Well,
true.
well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a listen to it. Let me unmute this thing. Oh my. Oh man. I don't know. Can I say only in Japan? Is that fair?
Oh, only in Japan
Holy Mac.
for now.
For now. Well, that was 10 years ago, right? This video says it was 10 years ago.
That's ancient.
16 million views, 2.93 million subscribers to not a real person's channel.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a really good experiment. Let me close Cakewalk so we don't have to keep seeing these pop-ups. I think I made my point. You've made a point. We're really moving forward to building, I feel like, a good understanding of why this is going to, well, it's blew my mind, so maybe it'll blow somebody else's mind. I want to preface this by saying early AI-generated music, whenever you wanted something complex with multiple instruments in it and maybe even a vocalist, in the earliest open source or available things that you could use to play with, and I can't even remember the source of this because it was a few years ago in a class, and I went into that direction, and my answer was, AI is certainly not there yet with music. I mean, not even close, because the music had a real warbly effect, which I mentioned to you yesterday. It was warbly, almost like they made it that way on purpose so that you couldn't lift that music and play it somewhere without people going, oh man, that's AI. But with everybody, maybe that was on purposely done, but the music sounded like the timing, they may have had the beats right, but what they didn't have right was a good progression of chords that would move to, you got 4 bars of this and 4 bars of that, and then you got a bridge, and then you got 4 more bars, and then your outtake or outro. I mean, you're done. They just didn't do that right. It was just kind of bizarre. Didn't really have a beginning. Didn't really have a proper ending. And if there was any singers in it, they were singing gibberish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of like how an image generator will try to print a word and it will just be lines.
Yeah, yeah. And you're like, dude, are you doing that on purpose, or is it really a hard one for you? But we know it's a hard one for them because there's so much competition now that you should be able to say in a billboard that says, like in our case, John A. Logan College, just put the text up. But it'll put a billboard up that's a mashup, I mean to say, of like 13 different billboards or something, right? It's just weird. Not even real letters.
Yeah. It'll have like a blue thing above some white text.
Yeah.
And it'll just be nonsense.
Yeah. And it might have a few of the letters right. Or like whenever you say, show Nikola Tesla holding a light bulb in front of the Wardenclyffe Tower. And he's holding a light bulb in his hands, definitely his face. They got his nose, his eyes, everything right. But he's got 7 freaking fingers.
Yeah.
What is that?
Or the light bulb will have a nose.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. All right, but now here is something that really gets us right. So without playing any of these that are big hits yet, let's do a prompt.
Right.
So I'm going to burn up one of my credits. So you get 40 credits, like 40 different prompts?
40 credits, or you get 50 a day. We used one already, so.
Oh, it's only 10? You get 10 taken away?
It kind of varies.
That's not nice.
I haven't really been able to figure that out. It says about 10 songs, so I think it varies per song.
Okay. Did I make these? Dancing with You?
Yeah, it came up with when you started it insta-generated.
Oh, thank you, you piece of junk. You stole my credits.
You hit enter.
I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, so without typing anything in here, you had played a few samples.
Yeah.
And we listed those samples, and
I've actually got some on YouTube if you want to play them later.
Okay. Well, let's do it now. So we were like in the context of, exactly what it was that I saw. Did you have one of those pieces?
It was not one of those. It was a different one.
Okay. Well, I'll listen to it anyway. So now I got Japanese things all over the place. Women too.
Street Fighter.
Okay. So what is the what's your channel, or what's the search?
It's Jaxon America.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay. Jaxon America Idol?
No.
Okay. That's not you. That's Action Jackson. Is there anything else we can add to it to help us get there?
Oh, that's one of them.
This one's Storm of Sorrow?
Yeah.
We're going to be the first view of this thing. All right. I'm going to have a listen, man. Here we go.
So the lyrics are generated, and so is the image.
Oh my. All right. Because definitely the voice is in a song like this. Hang on. Wow, that's not bad. You know, so I'm listening to this music, I'm hearing the lyrics, I'm looking at the picture, and there's really a lot that you can invoke in somebody with this picture and the lyrics and the way that this voice is singing. I wouldn't call it complex. I wouldn't even call it like, I don't know, what letter grade would you give this song? Well, I'm not saying based upon the fact that it's AI generated, but based upon it's a song that's been tossed into the world of music, what letter grade would you give it there?
I'd say C+ or B-.
Okay, all right, that's pretty fair. I think I was going to give it just a flat C. Give it like major kudos now on the AI side. Let's think about all that's happening here with this song. You've got to generate a melody. You've got to generate lyrics. You've got to generate a voice that fits and plays within this melody. You don't want everybody playing the exact same melody. Obviously, you got to have a percussion line, and then it decides to whip up some artwork too.
I did the artwork.
Oh, you did it, but it does do it. It does create artwork.
It creates artwork by itself, but that's from Bing.
Okay, well that's better than what you got from.
Oh yeah, that's
okay. All right. Okay.
It kept giving me phoenixes for the.
It did. I did notice that whenever you showed me yours. Okay, so I see. Whenever Jaxon has me come by in the room, he's like, "You're gonna really like this." So he's got his laptop, little tiny speakers, and he plays this one with the phoenix on it, and this is prog metal, and I said, "Holy cow, this sounds like Camelot, a band that I like." And so I listened to this for a while, and it's hard. It's hard for me to not want to stay, and I go to my class and I bring you with me.
Yeah.
So do you think these first year students, do you think they even had a clue as to how complex and big of a deal this was?
I don't even know how big of a deal this is.
Oh, you do though. You do, because you understand a lot about what we're talking. You understand what you and I are talking about. These guys haven't even touched on AI hardly at all, except for ChatGPT.
Well, everyone uses ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But when I talked to Dad about this, he said it was the death of the music industry, and I have to agree with him.
Well, what did I tell you? Did you hear my response? I mean, did I not say the same thing?
You said something similar.
I didn't say it was the death, but I'm like, this is going to change everything.
Yeah.
So let's see if it does. So let's see if I can make it change anything. All right. So I'm going to. I've been thinking a little bit about a prompt here of a song. So a lot of, and I don't want this to be derogatory or anything else, but a lot of songs by bands like Kiss and Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, a lot of them had to deal with what?
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
All right. So
I thought that's what you wanted me to say.
No, I just wanted to know what you thought though about that, because we're a different generation for sure. Even though I know you're an old soul, he's wearing a Def Leppard Pyromania album cover on his T-shirt today, which is cool. So I'm gonna just put here song description: going to a party to find girls. Now, understand I'm 53 years old. This is something, every song that is in my library of any hair metal is about this for the most part.
Also, disclaimer, so far it does not have a filter that I can find. So I would be careful with the prompt.
Okay. All right. Do you think this is going to generate some
No,
nasty crap?
I think that'll be fine.
Because it's not my intention at all. It's really to just see, can we make a song that is like a rock anthem here?
Yeah.
Okay. So can I now give it, I've given it some of the description, but can I inspire it? Can I say like similar to AC/DC or Motley Crue?
It doesn't like when you give it actual people. Because I tried to make a song about Kirby, the little character, and it was like, hey, it's an artist. You can't use that name. So
Okay. But so almost like, okay, so how about this? Can I, if I want to say hair metal, can I say inspired now by hair metal, or will it want to incorporate that into the lyrics?
Kind of depends. If you want to do something like hair metal, just have you written a comma after girls?
Yes.
Write the word hair metal.
Okay, hang on a minute. Look at this. Describe the style of music and topic you want. Acoustic pop about the holidays. Okay, I got it. Okay. So, hair metal anthem about going to a party to find girls. There we go. That ought to do it, right?
Yeah, that should work.
I mean, we're giving it a lot. What if I wanted to tell it to play in a specific key or a certain beats per minute? Are we there yet?
Try custom mode.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it gives you like a style of music you can do.
Okay. Okay. Style of music.
I've never used custom mode before.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll just go back to the other one, and we'll just see what it does, and then we'll see if we can mess with it a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to create this song, and we're going to tap go. So here we go. Is this the death of music as we know it?
Did you right click?
I just hit click. Yep.
It's not liking that.
Guess what, folks? And here we go. I've queued up 2 and lost more credits.
No, it generates 2 at a time.
Oh, okay. So we're going to get...
No, there it is.
So we're going to get now 4 of these. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the artwork so far, except for the last one looks pretty good.
Party Till We Drop looks pretty sick.
Yeah, you don't see a bunch of people partying, but you do see the guitar. So in just a short period of time, we have 4. And do we have any understanding of how long these songs are yet? I mean, is there like a limit?
No.
Okay.
Well, not that I've found.
Okay.
It starts at around 20 seconds-ish, but if you tell it to make it longer, it can go up to like a minute and a half.
Okay. So we're both going to do this together here. We're going to hear Wild Nights, the very first one. What's V2 mean? Is this version 2 of this song?
I think that's like the model
of
AI.
All right.
Friday night, the town is alive. Leather jackets and neon lights. We take the streets, ready to ignite. On a quest for some wild nights. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guitar screaming loud. We're gonna rock this party. We're standing proud. The girls are dancing. The atmosphere is right. Tonight's the night. Wild ride.
Okay, it's struggling with those long lyrical bits, isn't it?
I will say it does work better on heavy metal than anything else that I found.
Okay, but I did hair metal anthem.
And for some reason, it gave you like a modern country song.
It did, a modern country song with how they've injected a lot of rock in it, but that's not hair metal. So okay,
The
fail. I'm going to give it a fail. We'll do the next one. Come on,
Yeah.
get in here. All right, here we go. This is Wild Nights, take 2.
Friday night, the town is alive. Leather jackets and neon lights. We hit the streets, ready to ignite. On a quest for some wild nights. Long hair flowing, guitar screaming loud. We're gonna rock this party, we're standing proud. The girls are dancing, the atmosphere is right. Tonight's the night.
Here's our chorus. That's not bad. Wow. Okay, I think it could have been something different there, but the intro is pretty good. That's good. We're only getting 55 seconds. Almost over. It's going to be abrupt ending. Does it do that regularly with an abrupt ending?
Yes, it does. But if you go to these 3 dots here,
Is that to add more time?
no, you can continue it like on a whole.
That's what I
nother
mean.
section.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So you can make it longer, extend it.
Yeah, but you do have to write the rest of the lyrics yourself. But ChatGPT does really good work with that.
Yeah. Chat GPT, give me some lyrics. Okay, here's your because I've used it before. Okay, not hair metal,
Yeah, that was like late 80s, early 90s.
like pop, like a pop rock song. Yeah. Okay.
I could almost see that as like a remaster of an 80s song.
Yeah. All right. So Party Till We Drop.
This one seems more promising.
Okay. Well, all right. Here we go. We're gonna check. This is number. So I give that one a B at least. Production quality maybe a C.
Got my boots on, ready to take it.
guy's boots on.
Lights are flashing, speakers blasting. Go find me a girl to rock and roll. Yeah. We're gonna find
That's straight up country.
Yeah.
hands and never stop. When we headbang
We're going to be country music where they talk about headbanging and all that kind of stuff.
It doesn't really fit.
No, but they do sing that way for real. So
Yeah.
I always laugh about it. I'm like, no, man, you're not it's a slower beat and everything. So I think it's a fair example, but it's making me laugh. Okay, last one. Party Till We Drop. Take two. All right, Ray Jax. Here we go.
Saturday night, feeling alright, got my boots on, ready to
Oh my
kick it
gosh.
off. The lights are flashing, the speakers
early
blasting. Go
2000
find me a girl to rock and roll. Ooh yeah.
It is amazing. It is amazing how far we've come. It missed the genre. I don't know if the word anthem.
Yeah, I think
Screwed it up.
Anthem messed it up.
Okay. I want to try this again. I'm going to change it to heavy metal
It also helps if you.
song. I was going to do custom, wasn't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's try that.
It also helps if you add in like tags, like slow, heavy, long. that kind of thing.
Okay.
Or
Okay,
fast, whatever.
good. Now, if I put nothing here, I can say make random lyrics, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just do that.
But it will be completely random.
You'll just sing like garbage words and stuff?
No, I mean like what's that? In a world of
Those
stars.
stars were taking flight, gravity's. So it doesn't really fit what you'd hear in a metal song.
No.
Okay. We'll just go with it. This just sounds like a dance song here now. Can I regenerate?
Yeah.
Okay.
All this like generation part here is free until you hit the create button.
Gotcha.
You
So,
can even download for free.
okay, that's kind of cool. So new song. I don't know about that one. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Or is it still what? Oh, sure, I accept your lyrics. We're just going to click OK. Yeah, I want this from you and that from you. Okay, so a Chat GPT. Let's go all the way. Should be no problem. Generate lyrics for a heavy metals song.
About heavy metals.
I know that's something you do, but I'm still going to stick with this. About going to a party to meet girls. This should be inspired by Motley Crue, but have no offensive words. Okay. Let's see if we can get this now. And you know what?
You have a scroll bar now.
All right, yeah, I do see it. Let's judge this a little bit. Riding down the street, leather on my back, got my axe in hand, ready to attack.
Uh-oh.
There's a party tonight, going to raise some hell with a fire in my eyes, going to cast my spell. Scars from line like a demon's call in the shadows we stand. This is pretty good. Heading to the party to meet some girls in a world of chaos will rule this world. They kind of doubled world there. I don't know if I like that. With the pulse of the night pounding in our veins, we're the kings of the night, breaking all the chains. God, there's a lot of connections to about 50 songs all in there. I mean, that's what it is, right? The moon is high. So what do you give it a grade on these lyrics? What do you think?
I don't know Motley Crue.
Do you know heavy metal?
Yes.
What do you think about this? Do you think that these fit the kind of 80s hair metal vibe? Like the shirt
Yeah.
you're wearing, Def Leppard-ish?
I would say.
I think it's pretty spot on in a lot of ways.
The line about having an axe in your hand is a little sketchy.
Yeah, it sounds like it, but axe is normally guitar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bring your axe to the party would be bring your guitar.
Can you tell I was born after 2000?
Yeah, I know. I get you. All right, so back to Suno, not Sumo. If I Control A to select everything, V to paste, let's edit some of this out. So let's go up here. I need to remove pre-chorus, right?
Yeah. You're probably going to get about 1 minute and 20 seconds out of it.
Okay.
Unless you decide to extend it. In that case, you might be able to add some.
Okay. And should I call this outro now, or can I just do outro here at the end?
You're not going to have enough time.
Okay. I'm going to leave it there, though. Let's do it anyway. It isn't going to break it, right?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to style of music.
Okay, so I can type anything.
Yeah.
Heavy metal.
I would just go with heavy metal.
Yeah. And then title.
That's for the last lyrics that we generated. So you have to change the lyrics or change the title.
Yeah. So I need to change it to, Well, let's look at our chorus. We'll call it Breaking All the Chains. Or Kings of the Night. I like that. Let's do that. Kings of the Night. God, it sounds like a Kiss song. Kings of the... Rob, come on. Night. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing else. No tempo, no nothing.
Nope.
We can't really control it. Okay, here goes. Do we have a heavy metal song now? I only tapped it once this time.
Right, it's generating now.
Mm-hmm.
Kings of the Night sounds to me more like a Queen song, like Masters of the Universe. That's Queen, right?
Masters of the Universe? I
Yeah.
don't know the song. But I know Queen.
Princes of the Universe.
What about this universe? It's got Queen.
I think it's like the intro song to a show.
Oh, okay.
think.
It could be. It could be. However, I was going to hope that you had talked about the band Queen's Reich. Ooh,
I know
would be
about them, but-
something. That would be something to hear Jeff Tate's 1985 or 88 voice singing in one of these would blow me away. So we're about ready to wrap this up, but we're just checking these two here. Here's my response to this. When Jaxon ran what he ran, I said the music industry is over. And then I asked myself or you or somebody, could this be the end of the celebrity? Could this be the end of the celebrity artist who and even shows where they get awards and they thank their producers and they thank, I mean, shall we someday, could we see producers of the AI engine receiving awards? Will we someday listen to music and there's no artist that's trending like Cardi B is always trending on YouTube, shaking it and doing all these things? No longer will we attach. Could it be a case where we no longer attach ourselves to an artist and the way that they look and the way that they dance, but instead it's AI generated music with kind of what we just saw with the Japanese
Hatsune Miku.
Yeah, thank you. But more advanced versions of this, that it's where everything's AI generated with just one human managing the process and getting those ingredients in such a way that it's going to be a 10 million viewed video.
When you get the chance, ask Zach about Neuro-sama.
Neuro isn't like
neurological.
Yeah, okay.
That is a VTuber who is like, I don't know a lot about it, but to me it seems like it's ChatGPT, the VTuber.
Okay. Well, I want to. Yeah, you guys have to tell me. All right, Kings of the Night. This is the last part here. Let's see if this is going to be an award-winning song.
Down the street, let all night, got my axe. Down the street, let all night, got my axe in hand, ready to attack. There's a party tonight, on a race on hail, with a fire in my eyes, gonna cast my spell. Guitar screaming loud, like a demon's call. In the shadows, we'll stand tall. Into the party to meet some girls. Chaos will rule this world with a
Okay. So you get Vanden Plas and Camelot again, and
Yeah.
and you get this kind of Lord of the Rings metal again. You know what I mean? It's not. It's like that's the style it was trained on. But okay, let's check out this.
Sometimes
To meet some girls. That was so silly. sounding.
sometimes the second version does change.
All right, so let's see what our second version sounds like. Am I a second? No, here it is. I can't even. I'm having a hard time tracking these lyrics. I'm lost. Can you follow that at all?
Those aren't the lyrics.
No.
There's not a single lyric in that song that's on the list.
That's bizarre. Okay.
It does do that sometimes.
All right, my man.
That's very rare, though.
That is weird. Okay, I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to try something that maybe you've tried it, maybe you haven't, but I'm going to do it one more time.
You got one more credit left for today.
That's it. Just
It
one
resets daily, by the way.
Okay. Heavy metal song. Similar. I'm going to try this. Can I do this?
Depends on what you're going to write next.
2. Def Leppard, because you're wearing it.
It probably won't like that.
What do you think it'll do?
It just won't do it because it's got the title. It's got the band in it.
All right.
I think that's a copyright protection thing.
1980s hair metal song.
Okay.
Let's do ballad. Ballads are slower.
Yeah.
Got this really heartfelt stuff about losing, about a breakup with a boyfriend. Okay, we're going to do it this way. Can I say female singer?
Yes. You put a comma.
Okay.
Female vocals.
Okay. Oh, I can't even see my. It'd be helpful if I could see my keys. Vocalist or vocals.
Vocals.
Okay.
Now it depends on what you want the song to sound like. You want it to be slower, faster.
Well, a ballad would be slower. But
All right, then write slow,
slow.
comma.
Can I say guitar solo?
Yeah.
To emphasize that.
You might specify acoustic guitar.
But I don't want acoustic. You can have
You might get
ballads
electric
with,
guitar.
You can have ballads with some awesome electric. There we go.
You're probably gonna get like a country song,
Oh my gosh.
and then like a hard electric guitar solo right in the middle of it.
I'm going to keep going. Double bass drum.
All right,
And can I do a negative one? Say no keyboards or just
try it.
no keyboards.
It might put that in the song.
Holy cow. All right, let's see how it does. Not a lot. It's really having to lift a lot of information from this prompt.
Yeah.
And there's not any categories really slipping in. So let's see what happens.
It does a lot of the legwork.
There's the end of my credits here. So there we go. Shattered Love, rock female power ballad. This is described correctly of what I wanted.
Yeah.
Please quit using those guitars. They just keep using like these guitars here. Okay. Here we go. Shattered Love from the band Shattered Love.
I gave my heart to you. You took it for granted.
Oh, here.
Thought we would last forever, but now I'm empty-handed. You played with my emotions.
Ooh, that was rough. Oh, that was rough too. Oh, it's hard to hit those pitches and get them right. I guess this could be a rock female power ballad. We're not going to get to a guitar solo, it's too slow. Well, here's our second one. I got a little echo on her voice there. Oh man, they need to have a little more ba-da between the chorus and the verse. It's like they cut it short. With every riff I play. every riff I play. Is that
Okay.
because I did the guitar solo
I think
in
that
there?
I think that the song is like guitar.
Yeah.
She plays guitar now.
Yeah. But I didn't really hear keyboards, but I'd have to listen again.
Well, you said no keyboards.
I know I did. That's what I was hoping to not hear is keyboards, but I was just saying, I wonder if they slipped them in there. But okay, so what genre of music was that? On the first one versus the second one, are they the same genre, or a little bit different, or what would you say?
Second one is like early 2000s, not quite Evanescence.
Okay, but it had a
in
little
that
bit of
area,
that, right?
yeah.
It was kind of leaning in that direction. The first one sounded like it still could be a country artist.
Yeah.
To you as well, a modern country artist
Yeah.
in some ways. Lyrically, no, but I just feel like the voice. So of the two, which was the better one, the bottom one or the top one?
Oh, the bottom one.
Absolutely, it was, and so that is Suno. I know, and you know how rapidly this is changing.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we're here in March, by the time we get to October, this could really have enough uniqueness and enough training that it's just out of this world.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty much only a matter of time before it gets better than some singers.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
already, but I'd rather listen to this than some singers.
Well, I'm not there yet, but I just started playing with it, so we'll
I didn't
see.
say the good singers.
But it is amazing. It is amazing. Have you done any instrumental songs?
No, but if you go to trending, there are some. I think.
Okay. So the last thing we'll do here is I got to go do a class here before long. I want to do this Neon Pulse song. Oh, it's got a male vocalist, so I don't really want to do that. Well, say instrumental, or I think that this is their prompt, right?
This part here is their prompt,
Okay.
and this is the title.
Yeah, right. Got you on that one. So, I kind of want to hear this.
That's got Chinese vocals.
Yeah, Chinese vocals. Cool.
Oh yeah, it does O languages too. There's up here is Black Hound, that's in German,
Blackhound in German.
or Schwarzer Hund.
Oh, you know what? Lost in emoji translation. I kind of want to hear that. You want to hear that? Is that interesting to you? Oh, I heard this one. This is worth playing right now because we did hear this one yesterday. So let's play. Yeah, let's play this one. This was kind of crazy. 5 minutes. So somebody paid up for that or used all their credit for that one song. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Look at that. That's kind of fun. I don't hear the electric slap bass. Interesting. All right. How about
See if there's the corn one.
the corn one?
Yeah, there's a song on here about wanting corn, and it's hilarious.
Before I do that, while I'm right here, I want to hear Fallen Glory.
right.
Ambient, electronic, atmospheric. I think this is the one that blew my mind because of how clean it was. Yes. This was a song that I heard, Jax, and I said, this is the end of the music industry. I think I said that. Dude. That is just freaking amazing, man. That is beautiful. That is amazing to me.
It sounds like a person.
It does. It sounds like a little bit of pitch correction going on, but I when I heard this versus some of the stuff that we were creating or you were creating, and then what I've heard already, I don't know why that was so perfect, but it was really good. That's really good.
You might get extra tools with the paid subscription. I don't know. I haven't paid for it.
What's it cost?
Like $10, I think. I don't know.
No, that's it.
Go to create.
Go do create.
Yeah, and try to generate.
I'm all grayed out here. Subscribe. Maybe that's it. Huh?
Yeah, subscribe.
Okay. Wow.
$8 a month.
Wow.
$24 a month if you do the Premier plan.
General commercial terms, non-commercial terms. So I guess this may mean the way you can use the music and things that you produce. Optional credit top-ups. Priority generation queuing. 10 running jobs at once. It doesn't really talk much about whatever else, but here's the dealio. $8.
And I think that's on yearly billing,
Oh,
so you can have
yeah, let's
like
do monthly. Yeah, everybody does that. Now, $10. Okay, there it is, $10. So you can roll the dice for $10 for 1 month to see if you really can. Because you know what I found with some of these is that you hit your head on the ceiling with what it's really capable of after a few hours of experimentation. And it doesn't mean, though, that if you hang in there, I think it'd be very tough to say, I'm going to go ahead and do yearly billing and buy a year of a product like this. May mean that you get the alpha or the beta test of new stuff because they got to keep moving. Anybody that's in this space cannot rest on their laurels for a second, right?
No.
They're going to have to constantly get better because somebody's going to bypass them. But I would be very cautious about doing a yearly billing of any of these because they're unestablished.
Mm-hmm.
But
You might not even
monthly?
get the full year before they fall apart.
That's right. That's right. We've moved on to a new song here, so I'll pause this. But that was really good, that piece. But you know what? I got to go to class. I gotta do more than just go to class. I got to teach a class. Do you have a class?
No,
Jax,
not until 5.
do you enjoy this kind of stuff? This digging around, finding this stuff? Is it cool to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What outside of, since I've got you in the mic, what outside of the music generation stuff have you? What do you hope to see? What will you be excited about if you find that there's this new thing out, this new, web portal where you can experiment? What would it be about? What kind of generative things might it be about that would really excite you?
I'd really like to see AI stories.
Just text?
Well, yeah.
Is that good enough? Okay.
As long as the
Because
story's,
you like to read.
as long as I can focus on it, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the story's good, I don't care what it's in.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
The problem now is that a lot of AI can't handle, they can, on the layers of storytelling, there's like the main one.
Mm-hmm.
They go to do maybe there's a little bit of subtext that gets lost somewhere in between, but they can't handle more than 2 levels. And that's it.
Which makes for an elementary reading.
Yeah.
Right. A very novice level writer. You're looking for the writer that intertwines different things and reveals certain things here and there to a point to where you feel totally immersed in that story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't see it, but I was shaking my head.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good. I'm with you. I understand that. I haven't tried much of that, any of that really, the story writing, but that I get it because you're a fan of those immersive types of books or really feeling like you can visualize everything. And that is very powerful compared to, I mean, honestly, when your mind is able to explore that world versus here's an animated thing that just came out of the AI based upon a story, it may have the characters that don't look particularly like you might think they would look, almost like a movie. Whenever you go see a movie after you've read a book, although I got to say, seeing Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit,
Pretty cool.
that was I didn't envision it just like that, but it's better than I envisioned it, I think. It was pretty amazing. But that's rare. That's not the norm, is it?
No.
No.
There's songs can sound good and pictures can look pretty, but only either a combination of the two or words can make you think, at least in my opinion.
Hey, just hanging on the music thing for a minute. What if you had AI music generation? If you owned this SUNO app, would you, if you were able to, have SUNO look at everything that everybody's generating and also have another, say a chat GPT or a large language model engine, feed your SUNO engine with prompts and have it feed it prompts at the level of 50 or 100 a second, have it generate thousands and thousands of songs, and then have AI, another AI engine, analyze your songs for what it's looking at the top, say 10,000 songs that's ever been written according to humans, and it's analyzing every song that comes through to determine if any of those are anywhere near that kind of average in their genres of sound fidelity, of emotion, all those kinds of things. And then it just flags those songs of the however many thousands and thousands of songs it's generated in a day And then if it finds those that it does kind of hit the parameters of average or a better, say that's only like 7%, let's say, then it extends those because you own it. You can run this thing. Let's just say you own the engine here.
Yeah.
The AI engine. You can just have it extend those. Who's to say that just like that last song that we listened to, that you could not generate every day almost totally automated with one human being hitting go on the writing the script and hitting go? Who's to say that you couldn't generate in a week the potential of having not just the top song, but all the top songs?
Yeah. It's the death of the music industry.
Yeah.
Also,
How many years before that happens, do you think?
um,
You're just guessing here, but what do you think?
well, if Hollywood continues its steep decline and this continues to grow at the same pace it has,
Oh, man.
less than a decade,
Certainly in the Hollywood area for sure. What
Yeah.
about just in the music business? It's not declining like Hollywood though, right?
it is and it's not. Some parts of it are really strong and some parts are not. I don't know enough about that though to
Yeah.
say anything.
Yeah, I guess my guesstimate here would be, and just to slip into this with just a couple of minutes here, because we do have to go. I do have to go. Is that I feel like in the Hollywood industry, ideologies have really hurt that.
Oh yeah.
And enforcing those kinds of ideologies on people have really killed them. In the music industry, if you don't like the ideology behind somebody singing, their song lyrics or whatever, the way they behave, whenever they go on stage, maybe even you had your teenage daughter and you were offended by or not maybe offended, but concerned maybe about her influences or whatever. You could say the same thing going the other direction to maybe a Kid Rock type event, that it was too party, wild, kind of atmosphere. Sort of on the redneck in the back of the pickup truck kind of vibe, and that's not being negative to that group, by the way, because that's largely what we have around here. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, my point here is you can say, no, I'm not going to listen to that kind of music. And that line of music still survives because there's enough people that like it. I would say that the financial investment is considerably less than in a TV series. Right? I mean, like,
Well, it takes a heck of a lot less to make a song than to make, a movie.
considering that a movie will have a numerous amount of artists, musicians that create the soundtrack, that create whatever, right, in the song, the intro music. Yeah, no doubt. There's tons of recording time required to make that happen, especially if it's a big picture. So yeah, I would see the motion picture industry collapsing first, and then the music industry would come second.
Well, it's never going to fully go away because
That's right.
there's always going to be there's always going to be hipsters. They always want to see, something made by a human with soul.
That's me, even though I'm a technologist.
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
No, but I mean, that's you too, probably. Well, maybe not you, but Will it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Will's definitely. He's another guy.
I mean, like in
our group.
the next generation or two.
Oh yeah.
Like there's going to be the hipsters that are like, oh, I love, I don't know,
Nostalgia.
the Marvels or something.
Oh, okay, there you go. But you're of the generation that never knew life without a cell phone,
Yeah.
or internet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for most of your life.
Yeah.
And there will be a generation of people that'll go through here, and they will have never known life without AI, in some way.
That's scary.
It is scary. You see, you sound like an old guy, and you're
I
not.
feel like an old guy.
All right. Well, listen, we got to go. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed doing this. Was it fun?
Yes, it was.
All right, cool. All right. We'll try to have you join in again sometime. Thank you, Jackson.